Hi everyone and welcome to the channel. This is Adeline and today we will be playing NBA 2K25. Today's matchup is between the Atlanta Hawks facing the Boston Celtics. Alright, let's do this.
Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
To celebrate our nation, that was Skylar Cole with tonight's national anthem performance. Welcome, sports fans. Thanks for joining us. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. Kevin Harlan here, joined by our analyst, Greg Anthony, and Hall of Famer Doris Burke. Plus, reporting from the sidelines, another Hall of Famer, David Aldridge. Here we are in November, and let's see how things are going out east in the early season. Taking a look at Boston. They've got the #1 record in the conference, and because of it, each night out, their competition is going to bring it right at them. And, of course, the Atlanta Hawks, not in the same realm right now in terms of their record.
Well, right now for the Hawks, this was not the kind of season they had in mind. There are teams that would be satisfied with their position in the standings, but not one coming off the kind of terrific season they enjoyed last year.
Yeah, but let's not call it a lost season yet. There's still the possibility that they can make a strong run of the playoffs. And if that happens, all their regular season woes will be forgotten.
A look at Atlanta's opening lineup. The front court is Shai and Johnson.
Yeah.
Trae Young is out there with Daniels. And it's Okongwu in at center, locking down the middle. And for the Celtics, Holiday in the backcourt. To his side is White. The post pair, Tatum and Porzingis. And it's Brown in at the 3, the small forward. You know, Doris, from the moment Jason Tatum entered the NBA, he has been the guy on his team. How big a burden do you think that is for a player to carry?
Well, Jason Tatum, regardless of how much responsibility he has always worn it gracefully. This young man, from the time he was a little kid in St. Louis, has dreamed of leading an NBA team. He is doing exactly that.
A nice shot by
Nice.
Tatum.
How about that? The quick feet,
Nice,
quick thinking
nice.
makes the play an easy one in screen and roll action for Jason Tatum.
And the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Hey, Kevin, briefly spoke with Joe Mazzulla.
No.
Now, I asked him about trying to slow down Trae Young, and the coach said you have to get the ball out of his hands. He can hurt you with the pass and with his shot. I'm not going to be surprised if you see them blitzing and doubling him a good portion of the game. Back to you.
Thank you, David. That one goes. Count it.
You know, when Porzingis is coming off as the cutter in a pick and roll, his desire is to score and finish the play.
Pass to Okongwu. Shot clock at 5. In the corner, Daniels for the 3. It's hauled in by Brown. The Celtics have gone 2 or 3 here to start out the game. Here's White. And the first shot of the night for him, no good. Hawks have gone 1 of 3
Should've
for the
waited,
field
I
to start
should've
this one
waited.
so far. Pass to Shai. Johnson sets the screen for Shai.
No.
And it's Johnson with the jam.
Well, not exactly one of those big, burly power forwards, right? He depends on his leaping ability more than those guys, and it serves him just fine.
Now here is Holiday. He's averaging around 5.5 points a game. Offensive rebound.
Well, we love his ability to attack the rim. He just loses a little bit of focus and misses the chippy.
Daniels kicks to Young. Pass to Shai. The basket good off the assist from Young. In this early bit of the season, Greg, how important are team goals?
Well, Kevin, you have to be working towards something, whether it's a specific rank or a record. Early goals help you define your team for the season ahead.
And so Joe Mazzulla calls for the timeout. This will give him a chance to discuss some potential alterations. It's time now to look at the NBA's toughest defensive teams from a season ago. Number 1, the Celtics.
Defense was their identity, and that's how they're going to beat you. And they did it better than anyone in the league.
Just over 2.5 minutes played here so far in the first quarter. Porzingis with a screen on Young. Down low. 8 feet away. And Porzingis gets it to go on the assist by Holiday. Porzingis has got his second bucket tonight. The Atlanta Hawks come into this one following a loss to the Suns in Phoenix. And we all hear talk about Drew Holiday's defense. But you know, Doris, he is much more than that. You've said it countless times.
Kevin, this is a guy who's a tremendous rebounder for a guard, a very willing playmaker. He can carry a scoring burden if you need him to, but he's also willing to take a very limited number of shots. It's all about the team with him.
Here's White following the basket by Kristaps Porzingis. Holiday, the pass to Porzingis. 5 on the clock.
Nice.
And it's Holiday with the assist that time. Holiday's got 3 assists tonight. First quarter of play and just over 3.5 minutes in. Here's Young. Porzingis with the rebound. And so Brown will bring it up for Boston. They come into this one following a loss to the Thunder.
Really a disappointing effort. That game could have and should have been closer than it was.
Listen, I don't fault the effort. That was there all night. It was the quality of play that was lacking. There was not a ton of cohesion. They've got to figure it out.
With a short break in the action gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. I asked Quinn Snyder what he enjoys most about coaching, and the Hawks coach said the opportunity to compete in such an intense way. Also, the tactics of the game and the intellectual part of player development. It's rewarding to see and have a part in someone's growth and improvement. Kevin?
David, that's coaching, right? Growth and development. A mind for the game for sure. I've always respected Coach Snyder. And here's White. After Jalen Johnson getting his shot to go from deep. Tatum with the screen on Okongwu. Took the opportunity.
Yeah.
Porzingis has got 8.
Strong start here early. 4 of his first 5 made.
Young outside. Latrey can't hit that one. A big-time effort for Porzingis, providing a lot of energy for the Boston Celtics. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. And we've got more M2K Sports coming your way after this break. And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And when you consider how the Celtics are doing, guys, what do you think?
You know, I like the confidence that they've shown here early on.
They're working together so well, and there's a level of certainty that comes from trusting one another.
The Hawks trailing. This is how the floor looks for the Hawks starting the second quarter. They've got Young. Dylan Brooks out there with DeAndre Hunter. And it's Green, and it's Barlow in at center. And Boston has possession after the missed 3 from Trae Young. Pritchard passes to James. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It goes on Dylan Brooks. Boston shooting their first free throws here tonight.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That free throw good from Jamison. Greg, every year injuries are a huge factor in shaping the title race. And I'm guessing that teams should probably put more of a premium on durability. What do you think?
Well, Kevin, I think all GMs take that into account. A team wants to be confident it'll have a stable roster over the course of a long season.
Get one more. Oh, no.
And he makes the first, but misses the second. The Hawks trail by 3. And the wide open shot from Green. That's in, coming off the assist from
clean.
Young.
And hard to miss the wide open man that time. Kudos to Young for finding it.
Here's Mason into the lane. And the call
Nice.
foul. So he's got the and one chance here to make it a 3-point play.
Guys, that's just really unstoppable. He poses a ton of matchup problems for whomever he's facing.
And the Hawks making a change here. Bogdanovich is checked in.
At the line, shooting 1.
One shot.
And so here's Atlanta. It's a 3-point game. Last game matchup with the Suns, a tough loss there.
And guys, there's really a fine line between being aggressive and being out of control. In that one, they crossed the line.
You have got to be a low mistake team in today's NBA because once those turnovers start piling up, you're giving your opponent too many extra looks.
Now Tatum after the missed 3 from Trae Young. No good from 18.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
And there's a whistle that goes on beach running. That is his first foul of the game. Boston making a switch here. Tillman's checked in.
Number 26, Xavier Tillman.
Mason against Bogdanovich. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
And you know, few guys play their role better than Bogdanovich. And by that, I mean he's often exceeding expectations and giving his squad more than they asked for.
First one falls for him. Zinkis, he's checked in for Boston. Holiday comes in for Pritchard. And then for Atlanta, Okongwu's checked in for Dillon Brooks. And Daniels subbed in for Green. No good on the second free throw. The Celtics with the lead. Holiday looking over the floor. Porzingis sets the pick for Holiday. And stolen by Okongwu. Out on his own on the break. And that's collected by
Nice.
Drew Holiday.
Oh, that's a golden opportunity to finish on the break, and he blows it.
It
No.
was right there for him. He'd love to have that
Come on,
one
come
back.
on.
That was embarrassing.
Oh,
And it's Hunter with the
great.
jam.
And boy, when Hunter's aggressive, good things seem to happen for him and his team.
The Celtics have gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. Holiday against Young. The wide open look here for Holiday.
Yeah.
And it falls over the rim and in. And the Celtics lead by 2.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
You know exactly what that takes. It takes energy, it takes activity, it takes
Quick.
intensity.
And some changes here for the Celtics. Jaylen Brown comes in for Jamison. And it's White in for Mason. Atlanta also making some changes here. Jalen Johnson's checked in for Hunter. And it's Reza Shea in for Bogdanovich. Here is Daniels. He had an 18-point outing in their last game against Phoenix. Pass to Reza Shea. Cans it from downtown. Reza Shea's got the lead up to 1 now for the Hawks.
You simply must play better defense than that. This guy is too good from distance.
Porzingis sets the pick for Holiday. 16 feet away.
Oh,
Atlanta
no.
with the rebound. And guys, this is the first they're seeing of Boston.
Yeah, and they're hoping for a better showing against this club this season. Last year they came out on the losing end. And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
And we've got a timeout from Joe Mazzulla. He wants to talk to his guys. City checked in for Jason Tatum. Hunter's checked in for the Hawks. Let's take this opportunity to show you the teams that have been the best three-point shooting squads over the last 10 games. Third spot, the Celtics.
You know, they've certainly been knocking down threes at a high rate. You can just see their confidence growing.
Quarter number 2, around 3 minutes gone by. Outside Holiday. Pass to Mason. Outside White. There's a good screen to the paint. That one's in. The Hawks lead is cut down to 1 on the bucket from Mason.
Derek White does a little bit of absolutely everything for this team, and what I love the most, his ability to pass it at a high level.
Now, here's Johnson. He's coming off a 16-point game against the Suns in Phoenix.
And what a wrecking ball defensively, seen by the 4 steals he had in that game.
Daniels
Minute 20 left.
Just 5 on the clock.
Almost there.
Johnson with a screen on Holiday.
Nope, nope.
Daniels.
Yeah.
With the rebound. The Celtics have gone 50% from the floor in the second quarter, 3 of 6. And Holiday kicks to Mason. To the inside. Here's Porzingis.
Oh.
Rebound by the Hawks. 54 seconds left to play in the first half. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And taking a look at some stats here for Daniels, how he performed last season. Averaged 7 points per game, 4 assists, and 3 rebounds. And most important of all is his passing. He's a terrific distributor in their offense.
But certainly one of his best attributes, creating offense even when it looks like there's nothing there.
The first free throw is good.
An athletic forward with a versatile skill set. Hunter has also proven he can come up big in big moments.
And both free throws good for Hunter.
As we've gotten closer to halftime, their style has become more and more physical.
Out to Porzingis. Johnson against Mason. Screen by Porzingis. Puts up a 3. Okongwu grabs the board. Atlanta leading by 3. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds.
Oh, wow.
Alone from mid-range. They know
I
he
got
won't
lucky.
miss many of those.
Now Mason is coming off a 16-point game against Oklahoma City. Pass to Porzingis. Outside White. Back to Porzingis. He gets it up. And that one released in time, but no good. And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. Hawks lead by 3. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. With Coach Quinn Snyder, Quinn, what has to happen in the second half?
Well, we got to keep getting stops and really just make plays. Make plays on the offensive end and be solid defensively. No magic.
It's a pretty simple game, right, Coach? Thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away after the break. We'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3.
Hey folks, welcome. The Atlanta Hawks find themselves here in a close one at the half.
Without the points they've gotten off the bench, this game wouldn't be as close as it is. Can you count on that in the second half? It's debatable, man.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see who's in the game for them down the stretch. And right now, let's see who's jostling for Rookie of the Year.
You never know how long it will take for a rookie to adjust to the NBA game, but these guys have figured it out quickly.
Yeah, it's been a smooth start to the season for them. Look, we all know they're going to be bumps in the road as the other teams adjust. And that's all for us. Now it's time to send it back to Kevin Harlan for the beginning of the third quarter.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. It's been quite a game for Porzingis.
The way he was able to finish on the block was incredible there in that first half.
It felt like his work on the interior really gave this offense a boost. Let's see if he can dominate the rest of the way.
And here's Young. He'll bring it up for the Atlanta Hawks. 3-point lead. The post pair. Tatum and Porzingis. Holiday in the backcourt. To his side is White. And it's Brown in at the three. And that's the group for Joe Mazzulla as we begin
I left him wide open.
So it's Boston now. Here's White. Rebound by Johnson. Johnson's got his fourth rebound in this one. It's Young on the wing. Shoots from the baseline. That one good for two. Young's got the lead up to 8 now for Atlanta.
He's cooking.
We tend to focus on the outside shooting with Young, but his in-between game is just as lethal.
Now here's Brown. He's tightly guarded. Tatum setting the pick for Holiday. Johnson with the defensive effort. Atlanta leading by 8. Here's Rizichet. Pass to Young. Over Tatum. Again, the Hawks good for 2.
Wow, what a start. 3 for 3. Terrific play calling. Everything clicking out of the gates here.
And we've got a timeout from Joe Mazzulla. He's ready to talk things through with the team.
And now look at Jason Tatum. Last season, he played outstanding, and he was such a reliable option offensively, finishing in the top 10 in field goal percentage.
And you're right. Not only did he dial it up from deep all year, he did it with tremendous consistency. That's the kind of three-point efficiency you want. 90 seconds now into the second half. Looking to end the run. Busted. No good that time either.
And out of the gates here in this second half, they have not started well. 0 of 3.
Offensive rebound. Great positioning on the putback. And the Hawks lead by 12.
And folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Kevin, well, like a lockdown corner in football,
thank you.
Trying to keep the ball away from Jrue Holiday. He says, I feel like they're not afraid of me, but like, okay, get him off the ball. To me, that's respect. I don't need other people telling me how good I am. You can see it by their actions. Kevin?
So true. He can be intimidating, David, and we thank you for that report. Johnson for 3. Kept alive by Atlanta.
Oh.
Here is Daniels, guarded by Holiday. A second chance effort. Here's Okongwu. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. That one is on Holiday. This is his first trip to the line tonight.
And last season's numbers show him at about an 83% clip, which is far better than most.
break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good. Mason, he checked in for Boston. And a switch here also for Atlanta. Hunter's checked in. Both free throws good from Okongwu.
And what an advantage. You really feel like you can always trust him when he's at the line.
Outside Holiday. Inside. Count the bucket.
Yeah.
And he's got a free throw coming up as well.
How about Porzingis? Shrugs off the hit. That work in the weight room paying off already. You gotta love the time he's put in to make himself a challenge.
First team foul. At the line with 1 shot. Kristaps Porzingis.
That free throw good from Porzingis.
There's a reason people call Kristaps Porzingis the unicorn. A 7-foot big man, but boy, what a sweet shooter he
Wow.
is. And no surprise here, right? This guy is not only a gifted player, but he is so smart on the offensive end.
Mason against Hunter. Screen by Porzingis. Mason for 3. Rebound by the Hawks. Johnson's got 5 rebounds tonight.
And they've only got a slight edge on the boards, but it just feels a lot bigger.
Mason against Hunter. Mason the pass to Tatum. From outside the arc. There's Tatum's range on display.
You have got to be in Tatum's space. This guy is such a terrific range shooter.
Holiday against Young. Back to Johnson. He's looking for Okongwu and finds him. Young outside. There's the triple. It's good. That basket, he's now 5 for 9.
As a leader, you've got to know when your team needs a response. Young gets that, and great 3 to answer right back.
Now here's Tatum. He has 6. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline.
Well, that's just inconsistency from him, and it's happened all night, and it hasn't helped their cause.
Here's Johnson.
Oh, I thought Tatum
42
rebounded.
seconds left
There
in the
we go.
third quarter. The layup missed.
Well, this has not been a quarter to remember for this guy. He looks completely flustered.
Porzingis with a screen on Johnson. Bounce pass from Tatum. Mason for 3. Rebounded by the Hawks. And here comes the break. And there's Hunter on the assist by Daniel.
Assisted.
Daniels has got 3 assists in the game. And here's Brown outside. And the last second attempt does not go in for him. And so it's the Atlanta Hawks enjoying a 12-point lead as they talk things over during the break. And it's been their rugged defense setting the tone. We come back right after this. A chance now to hear Coach Quinn Snyder talking to his team moments ago in the huddle.
Let's just keep playing with the same intensity, okay? On misses, you guys really run in space. Anyone can bring it.
Well, he's trying to get them to maintain that edge right now.
And solid advice from Coach Snyder, wanting his squad to remain engaged.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. On the court for Atlanta, Young and Bogdanovich are the guards. Dylan Brooks out there with Hunter. And it's Green in at the 3 spot. And so it's Young who brings it up for the Hawks. It's a 10-point game. Hunter sets a screen for Young. And the 3 off target.
He is
is too good a shooter, guys, to be left open like that. The defense just dodged a bullet there.
There's the pick. Pritchard passes to Jamison. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
Boy, when he's this deep, it's going to be tough to stop him, especially with a smaller defender.
And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. Scoring breakdown for the Hawks.
I mean, they've been stepping it up in terms of their shooting from distance, and the confidence has been there all game long, leaving the defense to scramble.
Also, they've been living in the lane. They're getting the ball in close, and it's had a devastating impact all game long.
On the free throw, no good. Atlanta leading by 8. Green passes to Young. Misses from short range. Boston shooting 41% for the game. Jamison with a screen on Young. Down low. It's tipped. Bogdanovich with it, and it's Jamison picking him up.
Why didn't Pritchard run for it?
What pace
He's
on the
just,
fast break from Bogdanovich.
the computer was just standing there.
Protecting the opportunity to score.
Jamison with a screen on Bogdanovich. Jamison the pass to Pritchard. Here's Jamison, and a good offensive board, and he gets the bucket.
And the D getting out work there on the putback. Can't let that happen.
You have got to put a body on somebody. We talk about it ad nauseum, but you've got to be disciplined with the box outs.
And we'll have a timeout called by Quinn Snyder. He knows every possession is critical now. Both teams deciding to change it up. And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, during the break, I listened in on Quinn Snyder's huddle. He told them pedal to the metal, adding, we're ahead out here, but it's not over yet. Don't start celebrating in your head when there's work to be done on the floor. Back to you guys.
Thank you, David. Here's Young. Pass to Rizichet. Back to Young. Three-pointer. It's rebounded by Porzingis. Porzingis has got 4 rebounds in this game. Outside Holiday. Porzingis sets the pick for Holiday. Back to Porzingis. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. That one on Rizichet.
Boy, the aggressiveness in the paint from Porzingis, you know, putting the onus on the officials to make a call. You've got to make them decision makers.
I was hoping to go, we made it in, so I could get a +1.
The first one falls.
Okay, cool.
I think for Kristaps Porzingis, we know unequivocally the talent, the shooting, the shot blocking, everything is there for him to impact the game. The key is just stay healthy.
And both free throws good for Porzingis.
This is what makes him a challenge to stop. He will beat you from the floor, and he can also beat you from the line.
Rizichet wide open. No good from outside. Celtics trail by 6. Outside Holiday. To the middle. Here's Porzingis. That one.
Yeah.
And that's 15 points for Porzingis.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Go.
And Brown throws it down hard.
Oh, Jaylen Brown with the big shot, proving hard work pays off.
Here's Young. And just about 3 minutes through the fourth quarter here. Rizichet with it from the arc, and it's Young. That time on the assist by Rizichet. And the Hawks lead by 5. And here's Holiday, who will bring it up for the Boston Celtics. They've only given up 5 points here in the fourth quarter. Trying to find Porzingis. That's it to him. And again, it's Boston converted.
Well, one thing we know,
Catching up.
Porzingis is fearless. He had no hesitation on what was a huge basket for them.
Atlanta leading by 3. And we're about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter. They get a hand on it. Porzingis with the steal. Brown kicks to Porzingis. Pulls from the top of the key. A rebound by Johnson.
No.
Johnson's got
Should have waited. I should have waited.
For him tonight. Here's Young. Kicks it out to Johnson. The basket good. Off the assist from Young. Young's got his 4th assist in this one.
That's unselfish basketball. Opted to pass up his own shot and dish to a teammate instead.
Now here's Brown. Fires the 3. It's not going to go for him. Here's Daniels. Light covering. Here's Young. Jason Tatum grabs the board. And the Celtics with possession here. They trail by 6. Tatum setting the pick for Brown. Boston again missing.
Definitely a situation you want
That was so close.
You don't give him too good of a look.
Daniels with it, and Holiday picks him up defensively. And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Second team foul. The line for the Hawks. Daniel, 2 shots.
It's the first, and that makes it a 7-point lead. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's an 8-point game. Celtics on offense. Pass to Brown. Back to Holiday. It's in! Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5.
And Holiday, a veteran and very comfortable in big-time situations.
And an intentional foul right there.
The line for the Hawks. Daniel taking 2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 seconds.
And that hurts as he doesn't get the first one to fall. Trying to focus now on the second. That's good. Going 1 of 2 from the line, and that increases their lead to 6. No room for them to make a mistake here.
You got to almost play perfect from here on out.
Shot and game clock separated by 5. There's Brown with the 3. Rebounded by the Hawks. They've held a 12-point lead earlier, and he commits the intentional foul.
You have to foul, but I'm sure they would have liked to foul someone different.
First free throw is good, and that makes it a 7-point lead.
Young, 2 shots.
And he hits both free throws here. So now it's an 8-point game. Time called here. The Celtics decide to talk it over. They're down by 8. Guys, your thoughts?
And a little late to implement a plan B. This game is a wrap.
Well, I think he might just want to remind these guys, hey, let's finish the game the right way.
Celtics Entertainment.
Austin with the ball. 8-point game. The shot by Holiday, no good.
GG. Thank you for watching, everyone. This has been Adeline. If you can please comment, like, and subscribe.
Ball. This one on the defense.
Hawks ball. Shooting for Atlanta. Trey Young, 1 shot.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. 1 shot.
And the technical free throw is good.
Well, this trip to the line should seal the deal. Amazing job.
And so the Hawks take the win. This was a very strong showing for him, Greg. Not necessarily a runaway win, but one they'll feel very good about.
And let's face it, anytime you can go on the road and win in the fashion they did, you have to feel good about it. Really an outstanding effort all the way around.
And now we'll go to David Aldridge, who's standing by with our player of the game. Take it away, David.
Thank you very much, guys. Trey, what does a win like this mean in terms of where this team is heading?
I think we're headed in the right direction. I'm super excited about the future here in Atlanta, the future in this team, and I mean, we're heading in the right direction.
Certainly looks like it, man. Thanks very much. Back to you.
All right, DA, thanks again. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for tuning in. And as we leave you, let's take a look at our player of the game, Trey Young.
PlayStation